So, hello and welcome back to the Sligo GAA Coaching and Games social channels. Be sure and drop us a follow to stay up to date with all things Sligo GAA. Today, we're delighted to be joined by Jackie Kennedy to explore our leading ladies in Sligo GAA series. Welcome, Jackie, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Lana, for having me along. Delighted to be asked.
So, what's your role in your GAA club, Tourlestrane?
I'm the club PRO. Lucky enough to be a number of years ago asked to go in and be the PRO. So yeah, I'm the PRO.
And what does that involve? Or
Well, basically it's just keeping the club informed of stuff that's happening, games, training sessions, if there's anything changing. We go through most parents and of the underage kids, and then the adults as well, are either on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. So we keep that updated as much as we can. It's a handy way to spread the word. So, and then obviously the papers, etc., which are very, very good to us here in Tourlestrane, especially for underage stuff. You know, if you pop them in a photograph or whatever, they're very, very good to us. Our two Sligo papers, and we also, because we're very near the Mayo, get the Western people as well. So they're supportive in every way.
Good stuff in keeping the community spirit up, I suppose. So how did you come to get involved in your current position?
Well, I suppose like any other position, you're kind of, everything is on a voluntary basis in football across the board, from managers to trainers to executives to everything. But I suppose I was we have three kids, Oisín, Rian and Molly, and they had been involved from as soon as they started playing football. They'd been always involved in the teams, and Richard, my husband, had managed various different teams. So I was always stuck at a football match of some description somewhere. And I suppose it started, first of all, following Richard many months ago with his involvement in Tourlestrane. So kind of been stuck in it all the time, and just was asked by the chairman at the time and some of the other executives, would I be interested. I really didn't think I'd be able first. I suppose the fact that I had a bit of a background in marketing and photography, so I was always stuck at the side of a field with my camera, a pure hobby, absolutely by no means a professional, but stuck taking photographs. And I started sending them into the very successful PRO that we had before me. There were big shoes to fill, Aisling Egan, but I started sending the photographs into her, and we just kind of kept the Facebook page and that lively that way. So then they kind of just, I suppose once Aisling was ready to finish, because she was teaching in Dublin at that stage, they just kind of nudged me into it. So I was kind of, will I, won't I? And I just went along. You know, it's easy when you're at games anyway, and you have to try to get I have great support from parents. Even nowadays, you can take bits and pieces off on results and that off phones. So if I don't have it, I have a huge band of parents all across the board that send me in bits and pieces as well. So we try to stick up everything that we can and keep the pages lively.
Yeah, and you're definitely succeeding in doing that. So for yourself, what do you get out of it? Is it job satisfaction, or to give back to the community, or why do you do what you do?
Yeah, I suppose you've hit the nail on the head there. When as I say, Richard, his involvement, and Oisín, Rian and Molly, and Tourlestrane Club have always been very good with underage and encouraging them. Now the three of them are senior at this stage, but when you see, it is such a part of the community here, and when you see what Tourlestrane Club, very kindly give to. And parents that go out and are managers, and it could be wet night or whatever, and they still go along and encourage your kids to play. It's the very least you can do. I feel, for me personally, it's just giving something back to the club for all they give to us, plus the fun of the games and the excitement of the games as well, I suppose.
And in terms of encouraging more women into these positions in the GAA, what do you think contributes to the, let's say, disparity between men and women involved in the GAA organisation? And what would you say is the best way to continue to make this change?
Well, without sounding sexist, and I'm a woman, so I can say this, in my opinion, women really have always been, whether it was recognised or not, they've always been involved in football. If I was to be rude again, as I say, being sexist maybe a little bit, even down to the fact that many moons ago they were the jersey washers, and you'd see like a line of jerseys out on somebody's line. Now a game can't go ahead without a set of jerseys, so the women used to do that. And then I think it probably is the fact that then all of a sudden, I mean, it used to be a men's game. Now all of a sudden there's women's camogie and football that's equally as successful. So I suppose the fact that there's women involved in that, then equally women got involved in more, the secretarial jobs. There's some chairmen or chairwomen and vice chairwomen and PROs and that. I suppose the fact that women are always at the games as well. Now, so it's becoming as equally important for women as it is for men. And again, because it's voluntary, it can always be a man or a woman or whatever. So I think they've been involved for a long time, probably without even recognising it themselves.
Yeah, no doubt. That's actually a really good point. If you could change one thing about the GAA to make it a better organisation moving forward, what would you suggest for that one?
I change anything? I suppose, like anything, I'd look on it more as a positive and say that we can, obviously everybody can improve in every which way, and we can always change ourselves for the better. But I think it's more about taking the positives out of, like, more about developing, the willingness to develop and to evolve and to make ourselves better as a GAA. And certainly as a GAA club, and always strive to be better. No, I think it's pretty perfect as it is, but as I say, just a willingness to develop if we have to, and in areas that we have to.
Yeah, keep on the up and up then.
Yeah.
So for yourself then, what makes Gaelic Games so stand out from the crowd? What's so special about the GAA?
Well, for me, and again, certainly for Tourlestrane, I know I speak for probably everybody in Tourlestrane quite safely saying that here, because we're very rural, it's the absolute heart and soul of the community. It is a community thing. We call ourselves a Tourlestrane family, very much so, because from the smallest child to the eldest resident out here, I mean, it's all GAA. It's the main thing that we have. I suppose it's a team sport as well, which means that everybody can get involved. I suppose for the younger kids, it's as equally as important to learn to lose as it is to win. You can celebrate the wins, but for particularly young children, to learn to lose as a group is easier than an individual. And the most thing is, I suppose, it's the heart of the community out here, and it's just, we're one big happy family out here in Tourlestrane. We'd love the games to get started up again, but sure. Anyway, we'll get through this pandemic and we'll see the other side. We'll be out the other side of it sometime.
That's what I don't know. Do Tourlestrane learn to lose much of the time? But
everybody has to lose at some point. We might be in we might be having a purple patch now, but never mind. There'll be others. And it's, as I say, it's as important for the younger teams as it is for the seniors. We happen to have a very great special year last year, even though it was an unusual year with the lads and doing the 5 in a row. But anyway, sure, we'll see how we go. Yeah,
no doubt. The GAA definitely does provide life lessons, like you say, that stay with you throughout your life. So thanks for joining us, Jackie. I appreciate your time.
All right, thanks a million, Alana. We'll see you on the side of the football field sometime soon.